3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Panther News Nation. I'm Rachel Stewart.
And I'm Micah Worley. Here's what's happening around Principia this week.
A lot of classes are being forced to adapt to different ways of learning. Principia's choir is a great example. Here's Will Hagenlocker with more.
Some of you may have noticed the choir students singing outside. This is one of the many changes choir has made to adapt to our current protocols. This week, I interviewed choir students to learn more about what challenges they have taken on.
So choir looks very different than I expected it to be coming in to Prin. We can't use risers. We each have our own desk, and I believe there's 14 of us in concert choir, and we're all spread out, social distance. And also because of protocols, we have to always keep our masks on, especially when we're singing. We cannot sing inside, we can only sing outside, which is really unfortunate, and I think that has become one of the big challenges for choir this year.
Well, this year's definitely been different than in my past years of being in choir, and it's definitely different now being in the upper school. It's different from the middle school choir, but overall it's just been a really great experience, and Miss Barber has really been trying her best to make choir as best experience as possible.
William Hagenlocker for PNN.
Along with many other classes around the school, our PNN class is adapting to different challenges due to COVID. Rachel and Matthew explain.
I think not being able to go on field trips has kind of put a wrinkle in a lot of plans that we're trying to make. We normally go to a local TV station and understand better like what it actually means to be a reporter and to be a news anchor in the real world. And I tried to get them to come here so they could get a story on how we are handling COVID, because we are a school that's open and a lot aren't. So in turn, Grace and I would interview their reporters, or at least one of them, and understand how it's affecting them. And it went all the way up to the Board of Trustees, and we got vetoed because of COVID right now. So it's definitely hard to be able to gain those new experiences, especially for people who haven't taken the class before, and understand what it's like in the real world.
Rachel Stewart and Matthew Switzer for PNN. If you haven't ordered your yearbook yet, be sure to do so while they're still on sale for $45. Price will soon go back up to $65. For any questions, contact Connie Sablon or Shea Dry.
While underclassmen were taking the PSAT last week, seniors stayed busy applying to colleges. Sully Grant was there.
What does it look like when your school gives you one day in the year to fill out college applications as a senior? I took a closer look at some of the fun things Principia does to help seniors apply to college.
Absolutely. So it's been going on for a long time. It provides them an opportunity with during the school day to get a good jumpstart or continuation on their college application. So Mrs. Heimerl and Mrs. McDonald are there to review essays and to check on writing, and so it's just a great opportunity for students to come together and submit their application. Absolutely. So there's a big whiteboard, and when you submit an application, you go up and you ring this loud bell, and everyone cheers, and then you write the name of the school up on the board. And so by the end of the day, we have just a whiteboard full of colleges that students have applied to.
This is Sully Grant reporting for PNN.
Boy, am I looking forward to that next year.
Now, Matthew joins me with the weather.
Hey Panthers, I'm Matt.
And I'm Rachel, and we're back with this week's weather report.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Butter.
Butter who?
Butter, wear your sweatshirts this week. It's gonna be a little brisk. Okay, it's just...
Temperatures are only getting up to the high 50s this week.
As you can see, it's gonna get pretty chilly at night, so be sure to bundle up.
And that's a look at this week's weather.
That's fall from us. We're gonna make like a tree and leaf.
Even though we're not having a Halloween dance this year, get ready for lots of Halloween fun, starting with Panther Block on Friday and through the weekend.
Principia football had their only regular season game over fall break against their toughest opponent. JD and I took a look.
The Principia football team played their only regular season game during fall break. Will Hagenlocker talks about the team's struggles as well as the successes of the team during their game against Priory.
So Saturday fall break, first game, we had been prepping all season for it, and I don't think anyone expected it to be an easy game for sure, because they're this big team 3 divisions above us. While we've been working hard, it's still a really big challenge for us. But overall, I'm impressed with how the team did. One thing I think we specialize in is keeping strong and staying strong. The first 2 quarters it's like we coast, but we always bring it back in the end, and you can see that in how we scored in the last 20 seconds, and I think that really helped, you know, raise the overall morale and kind of pick things up. And I'm really grateful that we got that touchdown, because it really just showed that we have been working this season, and it hasn't all gone to waste.
Micah Worley and JD Mansky for PNN. And that's a look at what's happening around Principia this week.
From all of us here at PNN, make it a great week.
Well,